Savage. 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 Savage.
Disclaimer that none of the arts used is mine. Credits to the owner. The four of them continued their date after leaving the cafe. Bakuto suggested the arcade, but the one near them was closed as it was still in maintenance, but then Karu came up with the idea of going to the mall. Besides, they can do some grocery shopping and maybe treat the youngest some dessert and plushies, but they totally didn't expect to meet the other four near the entrance of the mall. Seriously, expressionless face. What? Why are you here? Duh. The mall is open to anyone, upside down face. But why it has to be you, grinning face with big eyes? Why couldn't it be me, face with rolling eyes? The other six, Karu, Bakuto, Akashi, Oikawa, Iwaizumi and Atsumu, just stared at them, not wanting to meddle into their affair, especially when both of them were in a war they called a friendly banter, loudly crying face times 3. So, how about you guys? Shut up, upside down face. Don't tell him to shut up, slightly smiling face. Calm down, guys. We're in. Shut up, grinning face with big eyes. Who are you to tell him that, face with raised eyebrow? You just told Oikawa-san the same thing, face with rolling eyes. Doesn't mean you get the right to tell Karu-san to shut up, unamused face. Why you? What? Cat got your tongue, face with tears of joy. I swear to God. Got anything to say? Say it to my face, relieved face. Oh, I motherfucking will, cowboy hat face. Stop it, Kageyama Tobio. You too, Tsukishima K. But, hey, grinning face with big eyes. Face with raised eyebrow. Geez. Fine. Their fight finally came to an end, but they would murmur things about each other behind each other's backs, grinning face with big eyes. Sue, where are we going first? Anywhere, but not with him, unamused face. You think I wanted to follow you so much, face with rolling eyes? Good. Absolutely upside down face. Where are you guys going, Akashi? We actually wanted to go to the arcade, but unfortunately, it was closed for maintenance, so we wanted to do some grocery shopping instead. We can go to the supermarket together. Besides, Oikawa said he needs to buy some more milk bread. Fine by me. But grinning face with big eyes. Iwaizumi-san, slightly smiling face. Try your best not to kill each other, grinning face with smiling eyes. The same goes for you, Tsukishima. Fine, unamused face. Okay, neutral face. They walked to the supermarket together, unintentionally leaving both of the first year to walk together. I thought you didn't have anything planned for today. You're not my mom. So, I didn't have to tell everything to you. Just tell me, glasses. Don't push your boundaries, king, grinning face with big eyes times 3. Then as the king, I order you to tell me right now, grinning face with smiling eyes, ... It's just a date, slightly smiling face. Oh, then how about you? 'Cause as far as I know, you're not too fond of the concept, making friends, sneezing face. Just a normal hangout, neutral face. Whatever, cowboy hat face. Their conversations continued for a short while before silence enveloped them. The four seniors just let them be, not wanting to cause another war to happen after the first one. I guess they can really talk with each other. I guess. You mean, getting at each other's throats. One of their specialty, cowboy hat face. Just let them be, grinning face with big eyes raised back a hand. Come on, let's go do some shopping, grinning squinting face. Yay, star struck times 3. Let's go, bro. To the toy section, bro, kissing face. Led the way, Bokubro, relieved face. Try not to forget about Bakuto-san. Okay, Karu-san, grinning face with big eyes. Of course, Kashi, cat face with wry smile. Both of them quickly ran to the toy section, getting few weird stares from the crowd, especially when there's literal owl and a cat, got loose, relieved face. Atsumu and Oikawa went to the beauty and body care aisle, literally dragging Akashi and Iwaizumi, though the latter expressed his complaint with his whole body. Sulking IWA noises. Both of the first year quickly sprinted to the dessert aisle, looking for each of their favorite drinks and cake, not even sparing each other a glance. Both of them carried their own basket for their own purchase, though their supposed dates for today will pay for them at the end of the day. Kageyama scanned the entire collection of milk with different brands and flavors before finally grabbing a few of the new release and 4 cartons of his favorite milk of all time. He turned his attention to the other dairy products available, including some desserts, and grabbed a few packets of milk-flavored chocolate cookies and some chewy candy for his sweet tooth. After that, he continued his milk hunting session before walking back to where Tsukishima was. Meanwhile with Tsukishima, he spent quite some time, looking and analyzing each and every strawberry-based cakes and desserts. He thought of getting 3 or 4 packs of fresh strawberries to decorate his pancakes for breakfast but eventually decided to go with 2 packs instead. Besides, he knew that his mom and brother would stock some up in their refrigerator for him. #family goals. He also decided to buy 4 bars of chocolate to make some chocolate sauce which he can use to dip his strawberry later. He then decided to check out some muffins and brownies when Kageyama joined him. Wordlessly, they decided to check them out together. Both of them unintentionally looked at each other's baskets before silently took some of the muffins and brownies with them. They quickly left the aisle, looking for the others though purposely avoiding the toys section to lessen the possibility of them encountering the 2 energetic boys which their houses can be heard from afar. Should I fetch Bakuto-san and Karu-san? I'm sure they are still playing with the kids' toys. Face with tears of joy, rolling on the floor laughing ×3. Should we join them? Oikawa flashed his puppy eyes at Iwaizumi but the latter continued to shop for some vegetables before walking to the frozen foods section. Oikawa puffed up his cheeks in displeasure, before giving up on his attempt to annoy the hell out of his Iwa-chan beaming face with smiling eyes sparkles. We should wait for them here. Sounds good kissing face. Okay. Stop that face Kawa. Besides I'm sure your Iwa-chan grabbed quite a lot of milk bread for you. The basket is almost full with milk bread face with tears of joy. Relief Oikawa noises. Suddenly, Akashi's phone lit up, flashing a notification from an incoming message from Karu. Speak of the devil starstruck. What did he said? They wanted to know where we are. OWH. They said they're on their way here. I suppose they didn't destroy the entire toy section. I hope so loudly crying face. #save Akashi 2021. The 3 of them stayed where they were, waiting for the chaotic duo to come and find them. Not long after that they heard some loud noises and a very loud howling like a group of untamed barbarians, and without wasting any seconds, they immediately know that the pair had arrived. Worried Akashi emojis. Sometimes I wonder why they didn't get banned from entering the supermarket. Me too nail polish ... Akashi. Cowboy hat face raised back a hand. Don't tell me loudly crying face. They did once loudly crying face. Let me guess. They wanted to scare some of the kids at the toy section, then one of the moms complained about them to the security and they were escorted out from the supermarket and were told to never step foot into the market again. Kissing face. Wow unamused face. Iwa-chan. Did you grab a lot of milk bread starstruck? Of course Kawa. Besides they're your favorite. He quietly mumbled under his breath but quickly closed his mouth when Atsumu told him to repeat what he said. Where's the other 2? Kageyama-kun and Tsukishima-kun. Yeah, we passed them by before heading this way. They said they were going to pick out a few desserts before joining us. But hit baskets see no evil monkey. They looked like they're going to buy the entire section neutral face. Guess we found their common interests nerd face. They looked around before they heard Bokuto's calling both of the first-year name, unintentionally drawing some unwanted attention from the crowd which made Tsukishima facepalmed himself and Kageyama to bow down his head, tips of his ears turning red. Both of them were covering their face from other customers' sight while walking as quickly as they could to the other group. Please stop yelling Bo expressionless face. Bo. Face with raised eyebrow. Face with rolling eyes. Sorry Suki persevering face. That's all. Iwaizumi asked, gesturing to their respective baskets before they leave the supermarket and heading off to the clothing stores. Both Oikawa and Atsumu been dying to go since they stepped into the supermarket starstruck. Kageyama and Tsukishima nodded their heads in confirmation before they walked to the cashier with 5 baskets carried by Suki, Tobio, Iwa-chan, Atsumu and Akashi. They bought their daily necessity for their 1-week holiday from school, although they did brought their clothes and self-care products from their own home including some snacks and side dishes, but Akashi and Iwaizumi insisted them to pick some snacks and foods before they ran out. Bakuto and Karu picked out some of the toys like a rubber duck because he looked lonely on the aisle without his other friends according to Bokuto's. Both of them all bought 4 pair of sunglasses, though the weather forecast said that the weather is mostly cloudy for the rest of the week, as they were hoping to spend their day out of their temporary apartment. Akashi just let them out the items into the basket to avoid emo Bakuto and pouting Karu at the same time, even though Tsukishima is there with them. Why he meant was because Suki's ability to stop the 2 of them from sulking. But he just couldn't take the risk of having to deal with both of them in public, though he would immediately console and theft them in the comfort of their own home aka apartment. They queued up waiting for their turn, though they would definitely resort to self-checkout if only the machine weren't broken and they had to interact with the cashier. No offenses to the cashier, but most of them would rather choose the machine. They split up into two groups according to their original date. Bakuto and Karu paid for their group including Tsukishima's desserts while Oikawa and Iwaizumi paid for their things in Kageyama's collection of milk and some snacks. Atsumu chosen nail polish. On their way to the clothing store, they decided to leave their food and snacks at the counter while Akashi and Iwaizumi were entrusted the cards for their belongings as they couldn't give them to the irresponsible folks. Let's go, Sumu grinning squinting face. Come on money mouth face. While four of them were running inside the store, aka Oikawa, Atsumu, Karu and Bakuto. Taoth 4 quietly walked behind them. I could have paid for the desserts myself, neutral face. Me too. Besides, I brought my money with me, grinning face with sweat. It's fine, Tsukishima-kun. But, didn't you see? What? The look on Bo and Tetsu's faces when they paid for the thing, and besides they were hoping that you would let us spoil you today, smiling face with 3 hearts. I see. Yeah, thanks, flushed face. Oikawa-san and Iwaizumi-san too, grinning face with sweat. What? Don't spend too much money on me. I can pay for my. Of course you can pay for yourself, but we wanted to pay for you. Angry face. How about? What face with raised eyebrow? Iwaizumi motioned Kageyama to lend his ears and the younger slowly leaned in to let him whisper his idea into his ear, nodding slowly. It's a deal. ... Yeah, great kissing face. Now come on. We need to monitor the 4 of them, especially Kawa and Sumu, before they ended up buying all of the clothes. Okay, grinning squinting face. They spent about 1 hour and a half before finally leaving the supermarket with 5 shopping bags filled with clothes and accessories and another 6 bags worth of food and desserts including beauty products. Iwaizumi, Karu and Bakuto each carried 2 bags on their own, leaving the other 4 to carry just one, leaving Kageyama to carry some snacks they bought from one of the stalls outside. Iwaizumi carried 2 bags of food for Kags and Kawa. Bakuto carried 2 bags of food for their trip for their temporary apartment and Suki's desserts. Karu carried 2 bags filled with frozen foods and treat for both group, including fresh strawberries and blueberries for both babies of their group. Atsumu carried the beauty products he and Oikawa chose, including some clothes which he merged together in the same bag, though the clothes were still in its bags. Akashi, Tsukishima and Oikawa each carried 1 bag of clothes. Kageyama carried 2 packets of popcorn and 4 tubs of ice cream for IwaOi, BokuAkaKuroTsuki and himself. The sky is getting dark. It's almost 5. Yeah, we should go home before it's getting darker. In this each team including Inarizaki and Itakiyama were getting 1 week of holidays, so both Atsumu and Sakusa were in Miyagi. Atsumu were with his teammates as they decided to have some bonding time together as a team, while Sakusa and Komori decided to come here because Komori wanted to visit his friends while dragging his cousin with him, much to the other annoyance. Now back to the story, grinning face with sweat. They split up their things before finally heading to their respective locations. Kageyama tugged at Oikawa's sleeve, making the latter to turn his attention to both him and Iwa-chan, raising his eyebrow. Tsukishima and the trio talked with each other, leaving Atsumu lonely, loudly crying face. Both Kuroho and Bakuto were trying their best to get the youngest to give them his number so that they could add him into their group chat. What is it? Kageyama has something to tell you, unamused face. Tobio-chan. Can we? Persevering face. Let's hang out again, pleading face. Flushed face. Pleading face, of course. Smiling face with 3 hearts. Give us your number, Tobio. Oh, okay. Thanks, Tobio-chan, for today. No thanks you. We had fun. Me too. Do you need us to come with you? You men on my way home. Yeah, it's dark and all, persevering face. It's fine, grinning face with smiling eyes. Meanwhile, with the other 4, they successfully obtained Tsukishima's number, though the younger would have given them either way, but he liked the way the other 2 would give him their puppy eyes and pouting, while Akashi would silently ask him and fiddled with his fingers. Thanks, Suki, smiling face with hard eyes. You're welcome, unamused face. Totally not, to Suki being a tsundere. You sure you can get home by yourself? You know we can go with you if you want. Nah, I'm fine. Besides, who said I'm going alone? Wait, what? He's going with me, grinning face with big eyes. Why does that sound more Dangaro? We used to walk together. Without talking to each other, unamused face. Of course, duh face with rolling eyes. Are you sure the is safe? Of course. Yup. Goodbye, Tobio-kun, Tsukishima-kun. Goodbye, waving hand. Waving hand. King, let's go. Grinning face with smiling eyes. Yeah, grinning face with big eyes. The other boys stared at their backs, dumbfounded, while the other two were bickering about which food is more superior between strawberry and blueberry face with hand over mouth. They stood there until the two boys were no longer can be seen before finally walking to their apartment while Atsumu headed back to his place where his teammates are. They bade each other goodbye before walking to different direction. End of part 5.